born and raised in the land of Whataburger, Buc-ee's, and the home of Beyonce, allow me to introduce you to a Southern staple, Dr. Pepper from Texas. If I see any Texas people, hey, what's up? Now, why talk about just a normal carbonated beverage on, what is this, a Wednesday afternoon? Well, as I look into this crowd, I do see a good amount of college students, and I hate to make assumptions, but let's be real. We're all a little sleep deprived, we're all a little tired, and how do we combat this? Caffeine. So I wanted to share some interesting information about my favorite form of caffeine, that is Dr. Pepper. So today we're going to talk about its creation, evolution, and where Dr. Pepper is now. But before I get there, who gave me the right to talk about this? Well, besides me being a Texas native, I have been recognized not once, not twice, but 3 times by the doctor himself. Once on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. They slid into my DMs. I know, pretty cool, right? So, creation. The year is 1885, and we are at Morrison's Old Corner Drugstore in Waco, Texas. This is where young pharmacist Charles Alderton worked, and in his free time, he liked to serve drinks at soda fountains. This is important. And according to the Dr. Pepper Museum website, he really liked the smell of the pharmacy he worked at. And if you think about it, you're mixing different syrups with different flavors, help the medicine go down. And he wanted to replicate this into drink form. So many experiments down the road, he settles with 23 different flavors, which are classified, and he comes up with Dr. Pepper. So what was next? Well, he teamed up with the store owner, Wade Morrison, and together they started serving this drink at local soda fountains. And soon enough, it grew in popularity to where people would say, "Shoot me a Waco," but this would only be its temporary name, because Wade Morrison is credited with coining the name Dr. Pepper. Now, according to the official Dr. Pepper website, there are no clear origins of where this name came from, but there are several rumors. And one of those rumors is that it was influenced by Dr. Charles Pepper, who was the father of a girl that Wade Morrison really liked. So that's one way to charm future father-in-law. Now, to recap with a quick timeline, 1885, Dr. Pepper was created. In 1891, the Dr. Pepper Company was created to help with production and distribution. And then by 1904, the drink was introduced to 20 million people at the World's Fair Expo in St. Louis, Missouri. This is where it gained national attention and popularity and became the drink we all know and love today. So, how has Dr. Pepper grown? Well, they have seen many different logos, slogans, names, Dr. Pepper has evolved. I cannot find a specific number of how many times they've changed, but I wanted to share some of the highlights. Starting off in 1911, we have Dr. Pepper, the king of beverages. In 1920, we have Old Doc there at the top with Drink a Bite to Eat at 10, 2, and 4. Now, a fun fact about this one, a Columbia University research in the 1920s found that people's blood sugar levels were down at these 3 hours of the day, 10, 2, and 4, causing people to be a little tired. So, Dr. Pepper snatched that information right up and used it to market their drink, which they still do today. Another one in the 1950s, 60s, we have the Friendly Pepper Upper. Next, we have in the 1970s, 80s, we have the Be a Pepper campaign, which was a huge hit for Dr. Pepper. They used the bandwagon technique to get everybody to be a pepper, and it definitely worked. And then another fun one is Drink It Slow, Doctor's Orders. And here are a few you probably recognize from the past few years. We have The One You Deserve, authentic blend of 23 flavors, and Always One of a Kind. And to my left, and to my right, we have Lil Sweet, which is Dr. Pepper's mascot that you've probably seen in a few Super Bowl commercials in the past. So where is Dr. Pepper now? Well, just as they've seen many different faces, they've also seen a lot of flavors. The flavors flow for years, oh my goodness. Of course we have the original, but we also have cream soda, cherry, sugar-free, diet, you name it, Dr. Pepper has probably had it before. And they do fun special editions. This year's was the strawberries and cream, And a few years back, we had the berries and cream, which was a special little nod to a 2020 meme. But let's see what the numbers are saying. How's Dr. Pepper doing? Well, according to Beverage Digest in 2022, Dr. Pepper had 25% control of the US retail market in 2022. Now, this is a huge feat for this small company in comparison to its competitors, PepsiCo and Coca-Cola. Additionally, a CNN Business research by Daniel Bronner in 2022 found that Dr. Pepper had a 9% growth in its dollar share from 2003 to 2021, compared to an overall 26% drop in the carbonated beverage category. Another huge feat for Dr. Pepper. But don't take it from the numbers, take it from the superfans. This is, honestly, my hero, Miss Elizabeth Sullivan, who is a 104-year-old Dr. Pepper enthusiast. Let's see if it'll work here. The audio is working right here. Type it that way. Hold on, I'm gonna play it one more time. This is essential to the presentation. Let's see if it's working now.
Exactly right. That stuff is good. It's got sugar in it, and two doctors have told me that if I drink it, I will die. But they died first.
Again, she is my hero and a fellow enthusiast because, on one side we have my senior parking lot spot where I featured a Dr. Pepper bottle on top of a record player. And just a few weeks ago when I went back home for spring break, I actually went to the Dr. Pepper Museum, brush up on my facts, make sure everything was correct, and I got a Dr. Pepper float, which I highly recommend. College students, this one's for you. So they've received so much support that they have decided to give back. And one way they do this is the Dr. Pepper tuition giveaway. I won't go into the details, but if you're looking for some cash, I would definitely check it out. So from 1885 to 2023, the year of the pepper, Dr. Pepper has been popping off, no pun intended, and is looking forward to continuing success. Now, to conclude my speech, I wanted to do a quick review question and reward someone with this delicious beverage. So here's the question. What are the 3 times a day that Dr. Pepper uses to advertise its drink?
2, 10, and 4.
That is correct. Well, thank you so much for your time, and get you Dr. Pepper, you deserve it.